I've been noticing a lot of varying opinions on Marvel's Spider-Man 2, and while this is not a in-depth full review of the game or anything, I wanted to talk about a feature in it that I really love, which is the black suit. The symbiote suit has always been one of my favorite Spider-Man arcs. It's been one of my favorite Spider-Man topics, whether it be, you know, the resurgence of Venom's anger in storylines like The Hunger, where Venom is actively trying to seek out a better host for its child, or whether it be the original appearance of the character under Todd McFarlane, or even if it's just some of the weird shenanigans that the black suit has been up to in movies, other comic books, video games like Web of Shadows. I've always really liked this living symbiote. It's just a fun topic for me. And when Marvel Spider-Man 2 was revealed to be tackling this topic, I was really excited. Now, I might make a video in the future about my problems with how they tackled it, because unlike what some people think, I do not think Marvel Spider-Man 2 is perfect. I do have some things about it that I don't like. But my goal today is to kind of focus on the positives of the symbiote suit and how it was handled, because I really love the gameplay surrounding it. I really love the way that they handled it, and I really love a lot of the abilities that Peter is able to get and the attention to detail around the suit. But before we talk about this more, I want to tell you about this game I've been playing recently, Bloodline Heroes of Lithis. You can enter the dark fantasy RPG world of Bloodline Heroes of Lithis. Create your own unique legendary champions by combining bloodlines like elves, demons, demigods, orcs, dwarves, lycans, dragonborn, vampires, and more. This game has an innovative heirs system and breathtaking visuals. This game is free to play, and you can download it now using the link in the description, or scan the QR code on screen if you are viewing on a PC. Bloodline Heroes of Lithis takes place in a fantasy world, and you are able to meet awesome companions and beautiful waifus to create offspring and raise heirs. One of the goals is to decide what champions would create the best offspring in order to obtain more powerful characters. The higher your companion's intimacy, the more powerful their offspring will be. You can collect new fantasy characters that are being released into the game every fortnight with sleek designs to create over 800 new fantasy hybrids. Players can enjoy battling in the new guild war on brand new maps, conquer territories with your guild members, and claim rewards to create the most unique hybrid champions called Bloodcraft Legends. There's also the Luxus tournament. This is a competitive event where players deploy champions with the goal of winning battles and advancing through various stages. The top 64 players enter the knockout stage, followed by the finals and grand finals. You can download the game now for free on both Android and iOS, and use my link in the description of this video to help support my channel and give Bloodline Heroes of Lithis a try. You can also scan the QR code if you're viewing on a PC. Using my link, you'll get a special starter pack worth $20 that contains 1 summoning crystal, 100,000 gold, and 100 diamonds. The first 30 players who leave their in-game account ID and username in the comments section below will receive a free Legendary Female Succubus Champion, which I think is really awesome. I'm a bit too big of a fan of that succubus, but thank you so much to Bloodline Heroes of Lithis for sponsoring my video. It means a lot to me. It takes a little while to get the black suit. I've actually been doing a Let's Play over on my channel Degenerate Plays, which I always link down in the description, but it probably took, I don't know, 17, 18-ish parts to actually get to the point where I got the symbiote, and I will say I was a little sad that it takes so long to get it, because of course this is probably the only game Peter's gonna wear it in. That said, once you're actually in it, it's an entirely different experience. There is a lot that they were working with that I really enjoy. So for example, the symbiote surge. When Peter gets really angry, he's able to kind of enter this anger state where he's doing more with the suit, and he's interacting with the environment more and taking down enemies easier. And you could tell that he's angry, and the dialogue reflects this anger. There's a lot of dialogue throughout the game as well that sort of reflects this darker attitude out of Peter. I do understand the argument that maybe more time would have been nice. I think that's something, again, for another day, because I really like how many months the black suit arc takes place over the comics with, and how much they have retroactively as well established characteristics about the symbiote. I do think it's difficult to do that in a portion of a video game and fully get into it. Again, probably a different topic, and I don't want to get too far off track. I'm just saying I recognize that criticism. It's one I have as well. But I really love when you're actually in this suit and you're interacting with enemies, and you can use the suit's tendrils with one ability to grab everyone, pick them up, and smash them back down. It's incredible. I mean, like, the gameplay speaks for itself, but it's one of those things where it feels like the suit is an extension of Peter and of his frustration and what he's going through and his own combat abilities, and I think it works really well in that way. I was worried when this game was announced that with Spider-Man's spider legs on his back that we see in the trailer, and of course that he uses in the actual game, that maybe those would take center stage. Or maybe they wouldn't be handled very well and they would just be kind of like a little bit of a handicap to be like, hey, look, once you have inevitably lose the black suit, you're still strong, see? I don't really feel like the game handled these topics in that way. I truly feel like there is a difference in gameplay when you are playing as Peter Parker out of the black suit than when you are playing as Peter Parker in that symbiote. Just like there's a difference between those two versions of Peter and playing as Miles Morales, where Miles has access to bioelectricity and stealth, but Peter has access to more of this anger and rage and damage output, and he has access to this range of abilities where he can actually, you know, latch out, grab multiple people with tentacles, and then slam them into the ground. Or he can just completely destroy one guy. Or you can actually turn essentially into a ball of symbiote in the air and slide through the air down through a group of enemies and smash through them. I love this, and I love the attention to detail as well, because something that I know some people noticed, but I think a lot of people didn't really look closely at, is when you're swinging with the black suit, there are even black web tendrils coming out of the actual suit itself. So the webbing has changed color as well when you are swinging through the city, which of course reflects what the symbiote is doing too. It's also incorporated very well into the story with Peter. I like how it's able to camouflage itself and it plays into some of the story missions. I really love that because, again, that's classic black suit. And it also reacts very well to sounds and sonics, where there are whole portions of the game where the suit is just freaking out and hurting the wearer because, you know, it's hit with this sound frequency that's actually negatively affecting it. Now, again, there are drawbacks with this suit. I'm not really sure if I'd want to make a full video on everything wrong with the black suit. You'll have to let me know if you think that would be good. I want to make one on the things I think are wrong and right with this game, but I feel like I would be crucified. This game seems for some reason off the table for criticism. Like, it's one of those things where if you have a problem with it, a select group of people get very vocally angry, and then all of a sudden you have like Spider-Man fan 69 going after your entire ancestry on Twitter. I don't know. But I have loved and even disliked a lot of things about this game, but something that I truly, truly enjoy, again, is playing in this black suit. It's such a unique gameplay experience for Spider-Man, and it's something that I wish we got to see more of. I wish this was something Peter has in the game for longer. I wish maybe this was the entire focus of this game mostly, and that Venom would have been the focus of a third. I don't know. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on that. Maybe that's getting more towards the negative. But it's like, I just love it so much. I love using this suit so much. It truly does feel a little bit addictive, kind of like the point of the game, kind of like points of movies like Spider-Man 3, you know, that they were making, that this level of power added on top of what Peter already has going on. It does feel addictive, but as a player as well, when it's like one of the most fun gameplay experiences in your game and you're having people play your game, I want to have the most out of that. I want to have the longest experience I can. I'm very glad that you can actually go back and, you know, play through these missions again. They added in mission replayability, which good on them. I wish it was at launch, but I think Sony was pushing to get this out before Christmas. And they are, you know, of course, doing New Game Plus and stuff like that, which they already added in now as of recording this. So I'm really glad that I will actually be able to go back and interact with the black suit more. But it's such an amazing experience. It's just one of those things that, despite any flaws people think this game has, I truly think that the black suit itself feels so good. Like I said before, we are playing through this game right now over on my Let's Play channel, Degenerate Plays, and as well, I do want to say a huge thank you again to Bloodline Heroes of Lithis for sponsoring this video. It does mean a lot to creators like me Being a variety channel, it is difficult to actually gain viewership. It is difficult to find audiences. So when, groups like this are willing to sponsor creators like me, it means a lot. So I do want to again thank them and also point you to the description of this video where there's a lot of different things, including, of course, the link to Bloodline Heroes of Lithis, and also the first 30 players, as I said earlier, who leave their in-game account ID and username in the comment section will receive a free Legendary Female Succubus Champion. I've been waiting to receive a female succubus my entire life, boys, and this is our moment to shine. Have a fantastic day, and as always, everyone, stay shui.